Hi, and this is Victoria Yeri with Unlock Your Talents and Design Your Life. And I am coming to you today to talk about the word imagine. Imagine is a very powerful word. In fact, John Lennon wrote a very famous song called Imagine, which we all know is a classic now. But today I want to talk about imagine in your life. And I will just give you a little bit of a story. I didn't sleep very much last night. I was tossing and turning, and I woke up this morning and I had like a little bitty tiny cloud over my head, and I had some worries, as we all do. Anyway, I had this kind of sacred time in the morning where I get my cup of coffee and I sit on my couch and I take my journal out and I journal my thoughts, ideas. Sometimes I write a poem or two, just whatever happens to be on my mind. So this morning I sat down and this worry was just kind of nagging at me, and I wrote across my journal, imagine. And I like to use this exercise. It really helps me, and I hope it helps you. So I wrote imagine, and then I took that worry and I said imagine if, and the worry was no longer a worry. It was more like a solution or it being solved. Imagine if you had this much money in your bank account each week. Imagine if you were able to get all of your kids together for Christmas. Imagine if you were able to go see your parents during Christmas. Imagine if you had the job that you really loved. Imagine if you got that job that you've been applying for. Just, it can go on and on. I mean, I had a whole list of these things. And what was happening to me mentally and emotionally and even physically was that the more imagines I wrote, which were really the things that I wanted in my life, be it a quality of life or a certain thing or relationship or, to help others, I was, all of a sudden, my heart just kind of opened up. That cloud just went away. I really shifted. I felt more centered in myself and knew what I needed to do. And it's all because of that simple little, instruction. Now, I love the fact that when you're around kids, say 3 to 4 years old, that they are unfettered. And if you were to ask them to imagine something and tell you about it, well, you would probably get all kinds of interesting stories. There might be flying unicorns, or it just might be about going to Disney World and what that looks like to them, or the doll they want, or the game they want. But it is because they haven't been indoctrinated yet to sort of stay in your lane and to have this sort of limited thinking. They just hear their bodies and listen to what they want and have this imagination, and they can go all full tilt, and it's just it's just precious to watch. And I'm asking you to start feeling and being that way, and the imagine exercise is one way to kind of help you get there. I created the Vita courses for this reason, because as an HR professional in the business for 20 years in all kinds of industries, I have seen a majority of people who just see their job as their 8 to 5 job, and they don't like it. They don't really feel fulfilled. After a couple of years and the honeymoon time is worn off, they definitely think it's kind of a drag. And one of the biggest reasons is because their talents aren't being fully used. They're not really engaged in their work because the work they're doing is not engaging their talents. And I wanted to create something where people could understand their talents and then they could build on them in all aspects of their life, be it, work, be it their relationships, be it the choosing of where to live or who to live with, just all of our options. And so I hope that this little video has helped you today, and that you will go and do this exercise for yourself and see what you feel. And hey, put some comments below, because I'd love to, hear your feedback on it. And meanwhile, come visit me at victoriayeri.com and look at the Vita courses. Thank you.